Your struggle isn't your weakness, it's your power. What if I told you that the people that said it's impossible were wrong? You're living in an apartment. Your entire life you've lived in this place. You're poor, your family's poor, you don't know what to do. You don't really want to work any jobs because nothing's calling to you. Or you're working every job, whatever it is. Whether you're a teenager, becoming an adult, learning how to drive, everyone's expecting more from you. Or you're an adult working multiple jobs, have already passed that whole expecting thing, and now you're actually living your adult life. Whatever age you are, you have a dream. You have this feeling that you're meant for more, that you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. But people laugh every time that you mention it. People laugh at you. People look at you weird every time that you say that you want to be this person, an influencer, an entrepreneur, someone that makes their own business. They look at you like you're crazy. They say that'll never work, and yet you can't stop thinking about it. Like you know it's your path. The people you admire have been there too. A lot of people, actually. To use the Kardashians as an example, for a while, I only thought they had everything handed to them. They're rich. They didn't have anything to lose if they took that chance, if they decided to make that business or not. They still had money, which is true. They still had money, but they didn't just pop out of the gooch being a billionaire. They didn't just pop out at freaking 1 month old being a successful person. But obviously they were rich before. But I learned that they even had to take a chance. When Kylie made her cosmetics, she devoted all of her time into it. If you look at, I think it might be an interview that I watched, she talked about what she had to do to show people that she was determined, and what she had to do to start was taking a risk. Whether you have money or people to lean on or not, she still took that risk. The people you admire took that risk. The difference between you and them is that they kept going, is that they even started and you're not. They took that risk. Leaning on money or not, a lot of famous people started off poor. There isn't some secret that no one's telling you. Some people do have it easier, but those people are doing something that you're not. They're taking the risks that are making them successful. Number one, your struggle isn't your weakness, it's your superpower. I lived a lot of my childhood comparing myself to other people because they'd have an iPhone, I'd have a leapfrog. They'd have new Justice clothes and I'd have like one set if I was even lucky. I compared myself to a lot of people that had just regular environments. Their moms had the new car. They would be driven, like just anything I would compare myself to, and I'd be like, well, it's because where I came from. That's why they have it, because they have parents that have jobs, good ones, and I just come from this. That's why. And that was good and all to think, to stop myself from comparing, but it was also dragging me down. Anytime I would try to do something and I'd lose, I'd be like, well, I come from this, that's why. Anytime that they'd get something that I wanted, I'd be like, well, I can't get it because I just have a harder life than them. Your struggle isn't your weakness, it's your superpower. I was using it as a weakness. I was using it as something to lean on when I failed at something, or lean on when I felt insecure or jealous. I didn't go anywhere, I didn't get anywhere, I didn't succeed at anything thinking like that. Now that I'm actually trying to get off my butt and build my own business and be successful, people are expecting a lot from me right now because I just turned 16. They're expecting me to learn how to drive a car, get a job, go finish high school. Like, a lot has changed now that I am becoming a young adult. But the thing is that people expect so much from me, but never taught me how to do those things. They never taught me the mindset. And that's what a lot of people struggle with, is that they're so used to being a kid and seeing their environment and still having dreams, and the parents knock them down. They say, you can't do that. You don't have the resources. You don't have the money. I can't do that for you. They take that wonder away. And then they expect you to do these big things after they took it away. Because in that point of being a kid and being an adult or a young adult, you realize what is realistic. And now I kind of have to do it on my own. And now I have to teach myself that my struggle is not my weakness, it's my power. So instead of using that as a crutch, I use it as they have what they got because they have a parent to give it to them. I can get that and more because I can do it myself. The difference between you and them is that I actually realize that a lot of kids, or grown-ups actually now, that leaned on their parents throughout their life have less of a chance, have less of a reason to strive for something. Nothing is like kicking in the butt and pushing them to keep going. They don't have that crutch that you do, that weakness, the struggle that you do. And that is what makes them more lazy than a lot of people. So you're comparing yourself saying, oh, well, they have it. They didn't fight for anything. They didn't work for anything. They didn't learn about anything because they just got it handed to them. Your struggle is your superpower because you get everything that they didn't throughout the process of receiving something. You can do it yourself. They have to learn how to do that. You already know how to do that. At a young age, you know how to strive for yourself. And it is motivation. Anytime something bad happens, I say nothing but good will come from you, and everything good comes from it. I learn something and I get better at it. Like with these videos, I expected subscribers at an instant with videos that were just stupid. You learn from consistency. You learn from your weakness. Your struggle is your superpower, not your weakness. Number 2, I can't to how can I? Your struggle being your weakness. You say I can't because, I can't because, I can't because this, I can't because of that. Instead of saying I can't, say how can I? That switch in my mindset has made me be able to succeed at so many different things. That switch of my mindset has helped me succeed at so many things, helps me strive for more, and helps me keep going. When something comes at me that has me at a stop, like my electricity turning out, that happening to me made me very upset at first. I was like, God, what the heck? But then I was like, I'm gonna keep going. Nothing can stop me. So when those stops come to you, you keep going and it makes you stronger. It helps you fight through anything to keep your consistency, to keep your determination. Instead of looking at my parents being poor, instead of looking at my parent not helping me, I'd seen 555. Instead of seeing that and telling myself that I can't do it, I'll keep on going. Do I want to turn out like them? No. Do I want to live the life that they live? No. Every single time I see someone, and this, I do not mean this in hate, I'm saying this from my point of view. Every single time I talk to someone that is working a 9 to 5, they're depressed. They're upset. No matter how much money they make, they're depressed. They don't like their life. They actually are unhealthy because they're spending their time doing something that they don't want to do. I do not want to do that. So instead of saying I can't because my electricity turned out, I can't because I don't have a camera, I don't have a studio light, I don't have what this YouTuber has, I don't have parents that'll help me, I'll say, how can I do this without this? So many people started off worse than you, homeless. So many people started off with a sickness. So many people started off without the mobility that you have. I have exactly what I need to start. If God told you to do it, you can start now. Because what I always tell myself is that I need to start now, because no matter what I have, it'll never be enough. Because the mindset of, I need this to start, I need that to start. I could say that with studio lights, one of those adapter thingies, I can say that, but when I have it, I'll be like, oh, well, now I need a new phone. It'll never stop with that mindset. And when you have that mindset, you kind of disregard the fact that there's going to be a time period from where you start and when you succeed. You might as well start now so you get over that time period and succeed without anything. You can start without anything, because during that time period you learn there's trial and error. Like my videos, I have so many videos that I deleted because I was just yapping the entire time. You will learn between the time periods of you starting and succeeding, so you might as well start now. Switch of I can't to how can I will help you a lot. The small steps that you do to success will help you a lot. And I'll tell you the ones that have changed my life. Making my bed. Making my bed has helped me start my routine and start, okay, I have to do this. No matter how stupid it sounds, how small it sounds, if your bed is not made, your day will not start. That is me signaling, that is a signal to my brain that today is started. Today I'm not going to keep laying in my bed, I am getting up. That is the number one thing that I do. The second thing, make breakfast. I always make breakfast. I eat the amount of protein that I'm supposed to, and I exercise. That in a whole is very, very important. To move your body, especially as a woman, to move your body, all that negative energy comes out. You're moving, you're dancing, whatever it is to keep you moving. It is very important to not stay stationary the entire day and sit on your butt the entire day. We are meant to move. We are meant to exercise, move your body. Third, cleaning. If it's dusting, if it's cleaning your window, if it's making your bed, if it's vacuuming, cleaning out your closet, one thing a day is so important. At least one thing a day is so important. It'll keep your environment clean, and your room is what your mind is like. And I used to be like, oh, well, people have money to decorate. It's not about money. It's about your mindset. If your bed's not made, if your room isn't clean, you are doing nothing. You will do nothing the entire day. When I had a dirty room, that's to even kids that are living in a hoarder's house. I lived in a hoarder's house. I had a very dirty room, but I changed my mindset into a healthier, more motivated mindset, and then I started cleaning. I threw away so much stuff, and even I started having the mindset of I need to keep everything. No, you don't. Throw away stuff that you don't need. You need a clean environment or your brain will not be motivated. Affirmations, very important. Even if you're not spiritual, if you don't believe in certain things, it's very important to remind yourself. God says to remember, repeat everything, because especially if you're doing something that no one else is doing, especially if you're doing something that everyone's telling you no to, you have to remind yourself why you're doing it. Write down why you're doing it. All the reasons why, all the bad reasons, all the reasons that people would say is a sin. I wrote down, I want to be rich and famous, and I want to shove it in people's faces, because that is essentially why. I want to never struggle again and never think, where am I going to get my next meal at? Where am I going to get my next water at? I don't want to think that. I want everything I want whenever I want it. I want to control what comes to me and what doesn't. I want my life to be mine. And I want to prove everyone wrong. I wrote down every single reason why, the good and the bad. I want to help people. I want to be able to give a homeless person $50. Like, I want to do all of those things, good and bad. Bad, just real, good and real. Write it down, do affirmations saying, I can do this, I am confident, everything goes my way. Learn different affirmations, and doing I am for all of them isn't really the best thing you can do. It's I am, I know, I love, I feel. Don't say I will. Get I have, I know, I am. And read. Reading is very important. I am dyslexic. I have ADHD. There's no excuses. You need to read. I have a lot of manifesting books, a bunch of different Bibles. I have a lot of different mindset, health, journey books, but I have a lot of them that has literally changed my mindset to the point where I will never be the same person again. Like, it has helped me so much, my books that I read. If you want to know the books I read, comment it down. Number 3, scarcity mindset. Open your eyes. Look around you and see what you have, and thank God for all of them. When I didn't have my electricity, when I thought that we were going to get kicked out of our apartment, when I didn't have food in my pantry, so many things, when my mom was in the hospital, so many things that have happened to me that will make me scared, especially growing up poor. You develop a scarcity mindset that will change the course of your life. If you want to continue thinking that this is the only life for me, that this is where God put me, so I'll stay here, money is the root of all evil, open your eyes. First of all, money is good when you think it is good. Money is good when you know and use it for good. It is bad when you think it's bad. Your brain is in control of everything. The way you think, what you think is in control of your entire life. You will not get money if you think it's evil. What you would like to do with the money. Is that evil? No. Hopefully not. And growing up poor does not mean God wants to keep you there. In my opinion, it literally means the opposite. He wants you to be strong. He wants you to go through all the hardships and stay focused on Him and trust in Him that you will be great, that you'll be successful, that you'll get everything that you want. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter who you are or who you want to be. It matters what you are doing and what you know will come true in your faith and the nerve to do something even when people tell you that it won't work, and all your sacrifices you make. Like, what are you willing to give up? There's a lot of things that hold you back in life. What is not getting you anywhere? What is taking up your time? What is making you feel sad? Remove all of those things. Even if they're people, remove them quickly. I will always believe that I'm rich. I will pretend I'm rich. It's not lying. It is knowing I am rich. Even when I don't have food, even when I don't have water, even when I want something and it's like $1,000, even when people tell me no, it is a yes. And guess what it becomes? A yes. I manifested clothes. I manifested money. I manifested a purse. I manifested my lights to turn back on. I manifested me right now. I manifested success within my business. I will continue manifesting because I know it works. Sometimes you have to have blind faith until it works and you actually have confidence after you realize that it works. It's all with confidence and knowing that you are already the person that receives success. What would you wear if you had success? Who would you be if you had success? What would you think? How would you act? What would you say? Who would you be around if you had success? Write down all those things and become that person. You are what you attract. Do not be scared. Do not be sad. Do not save all of your money. Save and spend, because the universe will see, oh, you're scared. The universe will see, oh, you're spending, I'll give you more. That is just how it works. You do what you attract. You do what you're trying to attract. More money, more spending. You want more money for you to spend, you spend. And that's coming from someone with a very scarcity mindset. I was very scared to spend money. It was actually like, phobia is a strong word, but it was getting there. Now I spend whatever I want, knowing that I'll get it back. Even when I don't, I have in my mindset that it'll come back no matter what. And jealousy, turn that into inspiration. Jealousy was like the number one thing that was really making me a negative person. I would be very jealous of people. I wouldn't be like one of those girls that would be like, ew, she's ugly. But I'd be like, oh my gosh, why does she have that? Why doesn't God give it to me? Because so many people would get things that I wanted. Sorry. And I would be mad and I would be jealous. Turn it into inspiration and always say, I will get everything they got and more. And you will. If my sister gets ice cream, I'll get exactly that and more. If my sister gets a new phone, I'll get exactly that and more. And I do. Turn jealousy into inspiration. God will not run out of blessings. Stop thinking in a scarcity mindset. Jealousy is very intertwined with the scarcity mindset. You will get everything. God will not run out of blessings. Just because he gave his child something doesn't mean they don't deserve it or you won't get it. The world is unfair. People will get things even when they don't deserve it. People that have bullied me have money, are rich, have cars, and I'm like, life is unfair. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It actually is pretty good, because when you are being a bad person or a good person, you'll get it anyways. So use it to your advantage. Everything bad is everything good if you think about it in a certain way. It's all about intentions, and it's all about your mindset and the way you think. Number 4, they're right to I'm right. Their words say more about them than they do about you. Let me tell you. So many people that I tried to be friends with that would like act like the greatest person. And then I had this one girl, and this isn't necessarily mean, but it showed me how kind of, I don't want to say stupid, but how much they don't know. I was working out, lost 30 pounds, and this girl asked me if I was bulking. Okay. She was smaller. I'm curvy. And she was like, and one day I went to her house, and the first thing her mom said to me was, do you exercise? You know, exercising is really good, and looked me up and down. And my friend was like, yeah, she exercises every day, because I do. And I was just like, girl, people's words say way more about them than they do about you. Her mom definitely would talk about people's bodies and hers. And her mom insecure, her daughter insecure, and they reacted to me with that insecurity. People's words say more about them than they do about you. People will react out of anger and will do anything to let you know that they're mad at you. For no reason. That they're mad in general. The people that will tell you that it won't work have never tried a day in their life. Or they did and it didn't work for them because they didn't keep going. They thought that that no meant, oh, I'm not supposed to do it. That no means another yes. Most people fear what they don't understand. And I had to learn that when I realized that people's advice is just things that they don't understand, especially when it comes to your parents and the internet. I would be like, what would you think if I was a YouTuber? And they're like, what is that? How much? Like, people don't understand things and they fear it and they judge it, and they'll tell you that it doesn't work because they never had that feeling. They never had that determination. God gave you that dream, that gift for a reason. They did not give them that dream. So why are you looking at them for inspiration if they don't have the job you want, if they are failing, if they're dreading every single day of their life, if they are in a scarcity mindset? This is kind of specific, but if you have a parent that is not providing for you, that complains about anything you do, why are you listening to anything that they say? They have a scarcity mindset. They're fearful, they're angry, and they're taking it out on you. That's ugly and that's weird. Don't listen to them, especially about what you're doing in your life and what makes sense to you. Through results, not words. Do not over-explain. I promise you, I am making this video because I know what I'm talking about. I have over-explained myself to so many people. I would walk into school with my voice gone. I'm not joking. to my friends, to bullies, to my family, to random people. I would overshare and over-explain myself because I genuinely was so innocent. And I thought, oh, they just don't understand. No, they're choosing not to understand. They won't understand. You need to learn that some people will not understand things because their brain won't let them. They will never understand a word that you're saying. It would literally be like I was speaking another language. That's how stupid these people were. I would be like, this is what I'm doing. I would explain it in the best way possible. I promise you, one day I was accused of something and I was like, and I took the blame even though it wasn't my fault at all. I was like, I'm so sorry that I'm making you guys uncomfortable. I'm so sorry that I did this, I did that. And this girl looked me in my face and said, you're really gonna blame my son? It's like you're speaking another language. People will not listen to you if they do not respect you and they don't care about you. And if they think they're right, they will always be right. I promise. Do not over-explain yourself. Show them that you were right through results, not words. Number 5, surround yourself with good people. I'm gonna keep this quick. I dropped a lot of my friends because they did one thing that made me mad or uncomfortable. I was like, I don't like that. And then they kept doing it. Like something specific. I do not really like certain jokes, and they'd be like, oh, I know you don't like this joke, but look. And it would be that joke. And I'd be like, you were making me uncomfortable because you thought that that was right to do. After I told you. If you say it once, don't say it again, drop them. If they make you feel excluded in any type of way, drop them. They do not care about you. They want to treat you like you're number 2, number 3, number 4. They want to keep you. Anything that I'm number 1, drop them. They want you to be number 2. They want you to be the last choice. Let yourself be that. Don't keep them as number 1 if you're the last person they choose. Drop them. People desire it's not love that people desire. People get that mixed up all the time. It's not love that you want. If you're being abused or if you're being neglected or you're last in everybody's friend group or last to everybody that you're around, it is not love that you want. It is relevance. It is attention. It is being around someone and not being alone. It is not love. It is not friendship. You do not want that if you're letting people treat you that bad. No one is that worth it. No relationship is that worth it to keep people around. That's why I really suggest, if you are determined to start your business, do online school. If you're that determined to keep your mental health straight and good, do online school, because school is so like you have to be social in a way that's not good. You either have to be friends with a creep or you have to be friends with someone that is bullying you, because that's how compact everything is. That's how much people want you to socialize. Like sometimes an entire school is filled with jerks. An entire school. And no one is your friend there. And you'll especially know that when you go on summer break or actually do online school and you never see those people again. You will never see the people that will hurt you or harm you or be mean to you, even if you're right next to each other, if you're neighbors. If God doesn't want you to interact with each other, you won't. Surround yourself with good people because you will become those people. If you look at 5 people that you're around every day, describe them in 5 words. Like I'll describe one person that I'm around every day. Annoying, complains a lot, is sad a lot, doesn't really care for themselves, doesn't like choose themselves at all, but also doesn't choose me, which is like confusing, and they're negative. 5 words out of all the interactions. 5 words. You need to drop them. If they're family, friends, whatever, if you can, drop them. You don't have to completely ignore them if you can't. Just become sort of dull towards them. Don't let them see your personality, the love that you would give a good person. Just be like, hi, how are you, bye. You know? You will become the people you're around. You're not Jesus. You can't be around sinners all the time and stay the same. We absorb, especially as children. All they do is absorb and eat, like everything. You have to keep your group small or none. Sometimes this journey is meant for you and God. Number 6, become the version of you who's already successful. I've already said this, but I'll keep it quick. What would be your morning routine? I didn't really say this. I said like clothes, like affirmations, but what would be your morning routine if you were successful? How would you wake up? You wouldn't go on your phone. You would wake up, look outside, sunbathe, go outside. I think this is what I would do. If I was successful, I would wake up, make my bed, make a coffee or a tea, go outside in my front or backyard, eat breakfast, and I would listen to affirmations or subliminals or like a motivational video. I would pray and I would get ready for the morning. That's what I would do if I was successful. If you don't have a backyard, if you can't sit outside, if you can't make tea or breakfast, do something that's equivalent to that feeling. So if I couldn't go outside, I would look out my window. If I couldn't make tea or coffee, I would drink water. Every no is a step closer to a yes. That is all it is. Do not take no as a door closing, take it as a door opening. Every no is another yes. And the first version of everything will suck. Like I said, my videos, I am very particular about my videos. Every first version will suck. Just keep going. The difference between you and a successful person is that they tried and they kept going. Steve Jobs got fired from Apple, bro. J.K. Rowling got denied 12 times. Just keep going. Listen to this video as many times as you need to keep your mindset strong. Doesn't matter how many times you need to remind yourself. Keep reminding yourself and keep going. Keep working for it. No matter what the results are at first, keep going. And that's the end of this video, guys. If you have any video ideas, if you need me to be more specific with anything, if you want to vent, everyone needs someone to talk to sometimes, comment it down, like and subscribe for another video. I love you guys. I hope this video helped you. Bye. See you in the next one.